real game, girl, oh my God. Yeah, no, we don't accept your test. And I was like, oh, okay. All right, okay, I'm gonna let the girls know, maybe murdered. And I was like, girl, I'd know if I paid 175. Hello, chat.
How are ya? How is everyone?
Special. Ooh. I see so many Hannah emotes, that makes me happy. We love Hannah. The real game girl, oh my God. The real girl gamer. A real girl gamer. Okay, ignore me. Ignore me. Ignore me. Oh God. Oh my God. Okay, chat, I have a story time for you. Are you ready? Strap yourself in. Okay. I'm gonna give you a story time. Let me put on some lo-fi beats. Oh yeah. We need some lo-fi beats for this story time. Okay, basically, as you know, I was in America for a month. A whole month. It was so good. I'm so happy I went. I can't even explain to you, like, I am so happy I went. I met so many amazing people, made so many amazing memories. I haven't traveled since 2019, which is, you know, the normality when you're in a pandemic. And please travel safely. Obviously, I've like done all the tests and everything. But so when I was in Florida, the travel restrictions changed, okay? So the UK changed the travel restrictions, which is fine. And like, so when I was like going through all the things I needed to do, I went into CVS to go get a PCR test, and they were like, we're completely out of PCR tests for the next week. There isn't any other CVS's around where you can get a PCR test. And I was like, okay. I was like, all right, well, maybe I can go somewhere else and get one. And then I reread the like my airline's things, and it said on the thing, it has bullet points of things, okay? And it said you need a proof of a negative PCR test or lateral flow test. And I was like, oh, I could do a lateral flow test then. So I bought a load of lateral flow tests and done a lateral flow test, and obviously it came back negative. And so I dilly-dallied off to the airport, and I was like, I was saying to the girls, Sylvia and Andy, I was like, I need to get to the airport 4 hours beforehand, okay? I like to be at the airport way before. Also, thank you for the 17 sub train. I appreciate that. I was like, I need to get to the airport early before, okay? I prefer being at the airport early and being able to just chill and relax. And they were like, no, G, like, stay longer. It's for the airport's literally like, you know, we can go, it's fine. And the night before as well, like, we like stayed up all night and like just had, it was my favorite night of my whole trip. Like, it was just the best night ever. We made so many memories and it was so good. I literally, like, oh, I miss them a lot. Anyway, dilly-dally off. Oh, that means when you like dilly-dally off, like you skip off, you know? So I got to the airport and I'm like, look, okay, airport hack, okay? I am not rich. I earn decent money, but airport hack, okay? So I bought my flights to America for £400. Both as in return, but first class was 8K, okay, one way. So you have to pay 16K for the first class, okay? But with Virgin, you can bid, okay? You can bid for first class. And I've never had the money to be able to bid, okay? But now I do have the money to bid. So I was like, I'm gonna bid for first class, but the lowest amount you can bid, okay, which is like £400. So your girl traveled first class on £400. So anyway, I got to the airport and I was like, I'm first class, so it doesn't matter because I just could get to go to the front of everywhere, okay? Like being all snazzy, I was like, oh, I'm so snazzy. I get to the front of the queue and I get to the front of the queue and they're like, yeah, no, we don't accept your test. And I was like, oh, okay. What do I do now? And they were like, we've turned away 8 other people for this flight. And I was like, okay, does that not prove to you that it's like maybe a miscommunication? And so I showed them the thing. I was like, look, but you said like, because basically the issue was that it was an at-home test, which before the rules in the UK changed, at-home tests were fine, but they changed to not be. But when I read the instructions, it literally just says lateral flow. Like I can bring it up and show you, not that it matter anymore. So chat, they turned me away from my flight, okay? They turned me away from my flight. So I'm stood in Florida airport like, fuck. And the amazing Andy was like, I'll come pick you up right away. And I was like, no, like, it's fine. Like, the girls had literally the whole time in Florida, they had been so accommodating to me and like lovely. Like, I didn't want them to drive all the way out to the airport again and pick me up for like my issue. So I went and paid for a hotel because I had 2 suitcases and I was like, I can't deal with carrying these suitcases around anymore. Oh, I got a hotel, which was actually really cool because you could see the planes like flying from the hotel room. I sat down in the hotel and watched Spider-Man, as in the other Spider-Mans. And then I paid £350 to get a same-day test. And then, chat, it goes on, okay, it goes on. And okay, so I get in the taxi to go to this test. I'm in a different country, yeah, Florida. And the test site is in a car park under a tent. Literally under a tent in a car park. So I walk up and I'm like, all right, okay, I'm gonna let the girls know, maybe murdered. So I get to this test site and they do the test and they're like, okay, you'll get the results in 24 hours. And I was like, 24 hours? I paid £350 to get, like, I think it was a 3-hour turnaround test result. And I hate, like, if my meal is wrong at the table, I'll eat it, okay? If, like, I hate being like, no, actually. So I walked away and I walked away and, like, called my taxi and I was like, 24 hours. If I get my results in 24 hours, I'm not actually going to make my next plane. So maybe I should turn around and just ask. I'll just ask, okay? That's all. I'll just ask. It doesn't need to be confrontational. Also, my nose is running. Ignore my sniffly nose. And so I turn around and I'm like, oh, hi, by the way. You said 24 hours. I paid like £350 for like a 3-hour turnaround. And she was like, no, you paid 175. And I was like, girl, I don't know if I paid 175. So I looked on my phone and I was like, I paid 350 or whatever it was. And she was like, oh shit. She was like, it's so good you came, like, you turned around. And she was like, I'm so sorry. I completely like misread your thing under the like next one. And then they had to redo my test. So yeah, that was, imagine if I did turn around, then I would have been in Florida for another day. Another day. Even though I loved being in Florida, but like I would have been stuck at the airport in Florida, you know, I wouldn't have been with my friends. So yeah, that was an adventure. An absolute adventure. And yeah, there is way more that happened. Like, so I changed my flight. I'm trying not to exaggerate. I'm someone that exaggerates things a lot. Like, I round up numbers. So like, if like something took me 17 times, I'll be like, it took me 20. Okay, I think I changed my flight 12 times. I'm pretty sure I changed my flight date 12 times because I did not want to leave Florida. I did not want to leave. 12 times I changed my flight. And the only reason I changed it is because I had like this big event on Monday that I had to attend. And I literally would have stayed in Florida up until like now if I didn't have this event. And guess what got cancelled? The event. So I could have stayed in Florida for longer, but it's fine. It's okay. I needed to come home anyway. I haven't been home in so long. But yeah, America was amazing and it was great. But, you know, it's good to be home. I'm excited to see my family, if I can even see them at Christmas. I feel like we're reliving, like, I don't know. I find it quite hard to talk about right now because I haven't seen my family for 2 years on Christmas because in 2019 I was extremely ill that I literally couldn't move and couldn't see any of my family for Christmas. And Talia paid for me to get a taxi to take me to my home. And in 2020, I didn't break the rules and stayed home and in London and didn't see my family. And now I feel like 2022 is going to be the same. So fun times. I got back to the UK on 14th, I think, and I'm still jet lagged AF. I'd love to go to Tokyo so badly, but you know, when restrictions get better.